Republican Representative Patrick McHenry, who recently announced that he would not be seeking another term in office, did say just a few days ago that, one of the things that really bugs him, and I guess this contributed to his decision to retire, is that Congress just isn't paid enough. Now, for those of you who understand, or maybe if you don't, whatever, Congress people, on the bare minimum, because, if you get better positions, you do make more money, but rank and file members of Congress make $174,000 a year. The average median household income for the United States is only $74,000 per year. So members of Congress are making $100,000 more than the average household in the United States. Not the average person, the average household, including two-income houses. So you're making $100,000 more, and by golly, McHenry says, well, it's just not enough. Here's what he said. Most of us live on the salary, and then, the very wealthy few end up dominating the news because of their personal stock trades when most of us don't have wealth. Oh, poor guy doesn't have wealth. Oh, no. The average median net worth of a member of Congress is over $1 million. Maybe Patrick McHenry doesn't have $1 million. I don't have $1 million. I don't have $174,000. But he's mad that some people have money and he does not. And he wants more money for a job where he basically, along with everybody else in Congress, didn't do a damn thing this past year. You're getting paid $174,000. You get months and months of vacation per year. You only have to work on a regular congressional schedule 3.5 days a week. But, Farron, you may be saying, these people have to, and this is a point Patrick McHenry brought up, we got to travel back and forth to our districts, right? I got to have an apartment here or a condo or something in D.C. I got to have a home in my district, and I'm on airplanes all the damn time. Yeah, that gets expensive. Good thing we pay for that, not you. Members of Congress get stipends, not only to maintain a residence in Washington, D.C., but they also get reimbursements and per diem when traveling back and forth through their districts. So those plane flights going back and forth to home into Washington, D.C., y'all don't pay for those. We do. And you get over $100 per day every time you fly back to your district, so you can do things like go out to a nice dinner, do whatever the hell else you want to do. So we're already paying for that. That's not coming out of your $174,000 salary. Now, when this story came out, I saw a lot of people online talk about the fact, and you get free health care. That's actually not true. Congress is actually, they get their insurance through the Obamacare exchange. But the federal government, taxpayers, us, we pay 72% of their yearly premiums. They only have to pay 28%, which is roughly the same if you get your employer insurance through your employer. So in terms of health insurance, they basically get the same kind of stuff we do, except they typically don't have to pay for their care. Because members of Congress, let's not forget, they also have a doctor on staff, and that doctor on staff, they don't have to pay when they go visit that doctor. Prescriptions are fully covered, and they can receive completely 100% free medical treatment at any military hospital in and around Washington, D.C., which of course is where a lot of these big medical military hospitals are. So yeah, you have to pay 28% of your health insurance premiums, but then you basically don't have to pay for any of your care. Let's also not forget that you get your retirement benefits for life. You, as I said, we cover the cost for you to travel back and forth through your district. No cost medical appointments with the house attending physician. Average net worth of a member of Congress is over $1 million, and you want to piss and moan that you only make $100,000 more than the average household in this country? Go to hell. Go to hell. And one of these articles I read said, well, if the congressional pay had caught up with inflation, they'd be making $250,000 a year. Cool. If the minimum wage had caught up with inflation, we'd be paying people a minimum wage of $30 in this country. But I don't hear y'all pissing and moaning about that. So until you do something, Congress, to better the lives of the American public and ease the financial burden on them, don't you say a damn word about how much money you're making, because you're making a hell of a lot more than the rest of us. So until you make things better for us, suck it up and live with your ridiculous salary that you get for doing nothing every single year. Ring of Fire is just a few subscribers short of hitting that 1 million subscriber milestone. So if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so and stay up to date with all of the latest from Ring of Fire.